Welcome, everyone, this evening. Thank you so much for coming out to our fall concert. We have different speakers throughout the concert tonight that are going to share with you a little bit about what we have been studying so far this semester. The theme of our show tonight is great cities. So with every piece, we're going to share a little bit with you either about the city or something that kind of ties a composer or a song to the city. So our first speaker will come up, and again, thank you so much for being here, and welcome to our fall concert. I can't reach it, sorry.
Tonight, our concert begins in our national capital, Washington, D.C., with music from John Philip Sousa. He is known as the American March King, composing famous marches such as the Thunder, the Washington Post, and our national march, the Star and Stripes Forever. Please help us welcome Ethan Barron from Western Carolina University to the podium as we open our concert with Sousa favorites arranged by Andrew Ballant.
Takes us to Paris, France, where composer Igor Stravinsky worked with the Ballet Russe. The Firebird Ballet is based on a Russian folktale and has a myth-like storyline that features a magical firebird who helps a young prince rescue a group of princesses from an evil sorcerer. After the success of the Firebird, Stravinsky went on to produce numerous works, including Petrushka and The Rite of Spring. Igor Stravinsky is widely considered one of the most important and influential composers of the 20th century and a pivotal feature in modernist music. Tonight we will perform the finale from the Firebird Suite featuring soloist Tyler Bennett on trumpet. Here is Igor Stravinsky's Firebird Suite Final, arranged by Jack Bullock.
Our next piece takes us to the city of New Orleans. Dixieland jazz, also referred to as traditional jazz, hot jazz, or simply Dixieland, is a style of jazz based on the music that developed in New Orleans at the start of the 20th century. The usual instrumentation of a Dixieland band, and still is, trumpet, clarinet, trombone, piano, string bass and or tuba, drums, and banjo or guitar. Besides playing for dances and parties, in the early 1900s, Dixieland bands would also play for funerals, marching along with the procession in celebration of the life of the departed. Tonight we will perform the classic hymn, Just a Closer Walk with Thee, and will feature a Dixieland-style opening with small group performers Jade Rattler and Timothy McKinnell on clarinet, Tyler Bennett on trumpet, Morgan Hunley on trombone, and Toby Thompson on tuba, and Milani Linton on drums. Here is Just a Closer Walk with Thee, arranged by Johnny Vincent.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Postcard from Pittsburgh is a musical scenic tour portraying the sights and sounds of this historical city. The city's three nicknames provided in the initial inspiration for the music. The opening, a metallic steel city theme, reflects a city's industrial heritage. This builds to the majestic City of Bridges theme, representing the grandeur of the city. Its 3 rivers and 446 bridges. These themes develop and intertwine and become the driving urban City of Champions section, which leads to a breathtaking ride up the Duquesne Incline, an 800-foot inclined plane railroad to the top of Mount Washington to see spectacular views of the city. Please enjoy Postcard from Pittsburgh by Robert Buckley.
smells, and the sounds that could be experienced in traditional marketplaces where spices, beautiful fabrics, priceless treasures, noise, aromas, and laughter fill the air. We will wrap up our unit this week studying major, minor, and harmonic forms of scales and compare it to traditional Middle Eastern music. This piece showcases our percussion section, Major Ball, myself, Sylvia Davis, Cadence Donnelly, Milani Linton, Bailey Mahartika, and Grace Shore. Please enjoy Bazaar by Randall Standard.
Our next piece takes us to New York City. Gershwin Classics includes 3 of the best-known compositions by American songwriter George Gershwin, which are Strike Up the Band, Summertime, and Rhapsody in Blue. George Gershwin was a musical trailblazer, weaving the sounds of traditional classical music with blues and jazz. Our medley features a trumpet solo performed by Tyler Bennett and is arranged by Michael Sweeney.
we would like to offer thanks to so many people who support this program. Thanks to our school and county administration who are so very supportive and encouraging in all that we want to pursue. To the amazing group of teachers and staff at the school and at the middle school who encourage our students and attend our programs, we thank you so much. To our incredible Band Booster organization, they keep us running with instruments, music supplies, and so much more. I believe Cynthia Womble is here this evening. We're going to be doing the Dewey's Tent again this year downtown during the Polar Express Run. So we're going to be sending out, if there's a sign-up sheet outside as well. Man, we could really use your help if everybody's signed up for, just try it. Give it a whirl, and it is so much fun in that tent. You get to talk to people and chat it up, and the number of people in the world that you meet that either they have a family member in band, or they have a memory of band, or they themselves were in band, that are so willing to donate to our program, and it's just incredible. So please take a moment and do that, and we would greatly appreciate it. We want to thank our student intern, Ethan Barron. You saw him earlier and all of his work this semester. We are so glad to have him with us. We thank Joe Holt up there in the box for all the work he does here at the Arts Center. He's fantastic. And especially to Tim Sale, who not only instills enthusiasm in our young band students, but he's a very gifted educator, and he prepares the kids that you see on the stage to go to the next level. And what they played tonight would not be possible without his teaching at the middle school. So I really thank him for all that he does. I want to thank all of you parents and guardians. Thank you for letting them be a part of this. We think we have something pretty special going on here, and thank you for letting them participate. The last piece tonight is titled Quad City Stomp. I've got to tell you this story of Quad City Stomp. We've traveled around the world, visiting different cities through varied pieces of music, but this last piece is just a little different. It started out being a composition connected to the Quad City areas of Northwest Illinois and Southwest Iowa. The composer of the piece, Michael Swain, was a very popular high school band arranger and composer. He had been commissioned to write a piece of music that would represent this area and the band programs that were located in the Quad City. So Mr. Sweeney began writing, and his work, he got started on this piece. He was very excited, but his work was halted because his mother passed away. He actually set this piece aside for a good while before he could pick it up again, and he was mentally ready to finish writing. So after a period of time, Mr. Sweeney even considered returning to the piece and thinking, I don't know if I can finish this, but he did. When the final composition came out, he called the band director of one of the schools of Quad City, and his name was Bob Brooks. So he contacted Bob, and Mr. Sweeney explained to him and said, I know we talked about the musical ideas that we were going to represent this city, but I don't know what to tell you. I can't explain it, but the end of this piece just took on an Irish and Celtic flair. He said, I have no idea why. If it's not what you wanted for the piece, I can change it. But this is where the direction went. So he's waiting on the phone. Bob's sitting there. He's like, Bob, are you still on the phone? It was very quiet. And Bob shared with him that his wife had recently passed away of unexpected illness. And she was very Irish. So Mr. Sweeney writes that he was stunned. It took him a minute, and he said the more they talked, the more they believed that his mother and his wife, they were over the piece. What a beautiful story. I get teared up just thinking about it. And I heard it, and I read that, and I was like, what a beautiful tribute that is. What a beautiful story. So I listened to it, and I thought, our kids have to play this. Our kids have to play this. So what you're going to hear in here is you hear the idea of the city, you hear the idea, you hear different rhythm, you hear dance, and then at the end, you hear that Irish melody at the very end. And here's why I think this is important. And this is what I tell them all the time. Our day-to-day grinds are heavy, y'all. They are heavy, so heavy. But Michael Sweeney writes, this composition is meant to celebrate music, celebrate dance, celebrate rhythm, celebrate love, and celebrate life. I know that sounds cheesy, but man, if you live that, life's different. So I hope for you, you can get a little bit of that out of this last piece. Thank you so much for coming and being here, and thank you for supporting the children on this stage. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed Quad City Stomp by Michael Swain.